Trayvon Martin, Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, now Jacob Blake. The names are new, but their circumstances are not. On this date in 1955, 14-year-old Emmett Till was taken from his uncle's home, where he was visiting from Chicago, at gunpoint by two white gentlemen, Roy Bryant and his half-brother, J.W. Milam. Carolyn Bryant, Roy's wife, claimed that Till whistled and made ugly remarks to her while she worked at her family's grocery store. It was an action that was punishable by death in much of the Jim Crow South at that time. His mangled body was found in the Tallahatchie River 3 days later, with a large cotton gin fan tied around his neck. His body was brutally beaten and shot through the head. Bryant and Milam were eventually acquitted of all charges, with the jury only deliberating for an hour. 60 years later, Carolyn Bryant recanted her story, adding that nothing that boy ever did could ever justify what happened to him. Till's murder pushed Rosa Parks to a deeper level of activism. She always said that the Till case was one of the motivating factors to not give up her seat on that bus. 3 months later was the Montgomery bus boycott following her arrest. In many ways, it was an organizing and galvanizing moment for the civil rights movement in America. 8 years to the day, on August 28, 1963, that movement reached its peak when Martin Luther King led the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom and delivered his I Have a Dream speech. In the year after the March on Washington, the civil rights movement achieved two of its greatest successes: the ratification of the 24th Amendment to the Constitution, which abolished the poll tax and thus a barrier to poor African American voters in the South, and the passage of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, which prohibited racial discrimination in employment and education and outlawed racial segregation in public facilities.